Well, we vacuumed this room real thoroughly with a sanitary vacuum. Went over 2 passes. Cleaned up nice. Dumped a bunch of stuff out of the bag. Now it's time to do the carpet cleaner with the bonnet. The bonnet cleaning method is a good method, but it works good if you do a good vacuum. Otherwise, you probably leave stuff in the carpets at the bottom. Bigger stuff that the bonnet don't absorb. This carpet was really abused. There was a ton of dirt. They lived here for, I think, about a year. They didn't vacuum while they were here. They didn't do much. No, and they've also got a lot of stuff in the carpet that's going to be permanent stains and damage. It's never going to come out. So we're going to try to fix it as best we can. But they had a new carpet when they moved in and they destroyed it. So hopefully we can make it look nice again. But it's going to have little things in it that are going to be damaged to the fibers and stuff we can't fix. He's getting ready to do a closet. I'm not going to be able to really show it very good on video, so I'm going to show you the other carpet in this apartment that we're going to do. And this one's got some stains in it. And it had lots and lots of debris, gritty stuff that we picked up with the vacuum. But we had to vacuum. It took a little longer than it should have because there was so much junk in the carpet. But they never vacuumed it, so that's what you can expect. And since we're not going to make these the same video, I'll show you. That's the vacuum. That's the vacuum that we used right there, a Sanitaire 889. And it's a good vacuum for this type of work. Okay, he's still working on that closet. Now when these carpets are done, all we need to do is go over them with the carpet rake to get everything looking uniform. We get rid of all our machine marks and footprints, and that way the carpets look pretty nice. And then the little stains and things that aren't going to come out on this one, it's going to make them a little less noticeable, but that's kind of one of those things on a rental carpet. You kind of don't always get the perfect looking carpet because someone else has been on there before you. But there's a red stain. I took almost all of it out. They're hard to get a lot of times. But this carpet still has a little life left in it. It was pretty badly abused, but a good vacuuming and a good cleaning, and it's ready to go for at least one more tenant. You know, I don't see that red stain. It's right here underneath my machine. See if you can get, this is all torn up carpet here. It looks like a stain. Try to get that though, it may be some dirt. There's probably some dirt clinging into it. There is. Looks like that. It's gone. This green thing is gone. I don't try to get that up in my pad. Yeah, they don't pay us to get the gum and the candle wax and things like that out of the car. We're basically just being, we charge them for just basically cleaning whatever the machine takes out is what we get. Anything beyond that's extra.
We normally don't mess with gum too much. If we get it out, we normally cut it with scissors. And we try not to do anything where we damage the carpet, since it's, but if they wanted it out, we would cut it with scissors probably.
The maintenance guys usually come by and snip out the stuff with scissors is what they do, and so we just let them do it. That way they can be responsible if anyone has a scalped spot in their carpet, and we didn't do it. So. And they know we don't do that too, so they'll never blame us for a big bald spot in the carpet.
But everything else is coming out. That rake stain that we thought was going to stay in permanent, it came out.
Yeah, the dark stains that were right here are pretty much gone. There's not a lot left in this carpet to really have to worry about. So this is actually a really easy way to clean carpets. There's not, when you use an extractor, they do a good job, but you end up with a lot more water that you've got to try to get out. These carpets dry real fast, and when you rake them, they look nice. And if they need to get back in here to do some more work, they can within an hour. Everything's dried up, so it's real nice. A lot of times here, they're in a hurry to get the carpets ready because they have somebody
trying to move in. They
kind of wait until someone's moving in to get the carpets done, because that way the carpets don't get dirty from other people coming by all the time. So that way when someone moves in, they have a freshly clean carpet to get in on. So are you going to flip that bonnet or wash it out, or what are you going to do?
Not here, it's on the dirt. I'll flip it in the next room. Sometimes you can just tell if your bonnet's dirty or not by the way the carpet's looking. If you're going over the carpet and it was looking nice, but then it stops looking nice, you need to change your bonnet up to the other side. You can just tell after you've done a few of them.
Yeah, you can tell it's still absorbing.
Yeah.
It just has a look. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you can kind of tell if you ever run one, you'll see. You get the feeling that it was picking up real good, and now it's just not.
Yeah, it's instinctive.
Yeah, and it's like that. The thing to do to fix it is to flip the bonnet over.
I'm gonna wash out the bonnet, or no?
I'm gonna flip it.
I'm gonna flip it. Yeah. I gotta spray the next room though.
All right, he's got a pre-spray. There's the spray right there. I'll show a little bit of that, and then I'll probably stop the camera because it takes him a while to pre-spray everything. He's going to probably do this one fairly heavy because there's a lot of stains in here.
Yeah, it's worse than the other one.
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing in here, but. Yeah, those little claws, it's kind of hard to vacuum with that big old vacuum, but we found a way that works, so now it's a lot easier. But that's a nice vacuum for doing this type of work, but it's big, so when you get in little tight areas, you kind of have to be inventive.
One of the reasons we got it is because it is big. They make a smaller version, but we wanted to be able to go faster with a bigger vacuum.
Yeah. We also got it because you can replace almost everything on it. It's replaceable, even the motors. It's easy to do, and you don't have a big job tearing it down and everything. So if you need to replace the fan in it, you can do that pretty easily. You can get into the main parts of it where you need to do maintenance from time to time when you're doing these really filthy carpets like we do. So that's something to keep in mind if you do this type of work, before you go buy a nice expensive Dyson or something like that. Think about all the maintenance you're going to need to do on it to keep it running. And
when you buy a vacuum, think about the abuse it's going to take. Some vacuums are nice, but they will not hold up to commercial work. When you start picking up heavy stuff, they will damage them. They'll get clogged up. The filters are clogged. The hoses are clogged. So when you get a vacuum, depending on what your use is, buy the right one for what you're going to do.
Yeah. Oh, and we went with the shakeout bag on that one because for what we do, it's better to be able to clean the bag out in between apartments than to have a whole bag and it's not full, but you don't want to take it into other people's places because you don't want to transfer what's in one apartment to another one by any chance. So, also, we don't want to have it stored in our own home with a half full bag because we don't know what's in it. So.
We clean our bag after every job. We dump it out and we don't take no one's trash to another place. Oh, always remember to let the air pressure off your pump spares. If you don't, you'll blow the seals in them if you leave them pumped up for a week.
Yeah, you'll have a big bang. So here I don't want to leak on the bottom. All right. You want to go in the corner and Yeah, I will.
walk your right on with it? This looks nice.
Now this one we're not gonna, we decided not to mess with using the brush on the orc first because
We didn't need to.
even though it's got some bad stains in it, they look like the kind that just come right out. So the brush is a good idea when you have a really dark area in
And
a
it's a
room.
heavy stain.
Yeah, a heavy stained area.
These are stained but not heavily.
And these, we think we're gonna get them out fairly easy, so we're just gonna do it without the brush this time. Although we have it with us, we just don't always use
We're
it.
gonna get these out real easy. Hey, you wanna hold this door a minute? Press it all the way to the wall. You try to say move. It'll be a sec.
Should've brought the freeze spray bottle in here to hold it up.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I'd have to move it anyways when it's time to go behind the door. Just one more second here. Alright, you can move. I got it.
Alright, he went that way, so the really bad stains are sitting over here, but what he's doing, he's giving the pre-spray a little more time to get to work. So if you have a bad stain in a room, and you put your pre-spray down, go do the easy areas first, because the pre-spray doesn't have to sit as long to get that area clean, and then kind of save the dirty areas till last also.
One of the things you can always do first is a closet. If you got a big closet, that might take you a couple minutes while your pre-spray sets in.
And anytime you're on a stain and you just can't quite seem to get it out, instead of fighting it for 20 minutes, maybe put a little more pre-spray down on it and go do something else. Work on another area and then come back to it. Because that seems to work pretty good. A lot of this stuff comes out a lot easier when you let it set for a few minutes.
And remember, they don't all come out.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
just
it's
have to have the
permanent.
common sense to walk away.
Yeah, you don't want to damage the carpet trying to get a stain out because you're probably going to end up with a damaged carpet and a stain.
That red stuff's coming out.
Yeah, I turned the overhead light on. A lot of times this camera, when you have the overhead lights turned on, it does something weird where it turns the carpet like orange.
It makes the video darker sometimes.
Yeah.
You get less something about it.
Because this camera does everything automatically, so you don't know what you're going to have till you're done. So, but I've noticed a lot of times when the light's off in a room, if you got some light to work with, it makes the video come out a little bit better looking. I hope it doesn't mess up this time around. But
It won't.
all right, those stains just came right out. Switch over. Some of our videos, we may have them ready to go for a month before we put them up, so if you ever see a video that seems like it's out of context, we're not doing it, we don't necessarily put our videos up in the order that we shoot them, so just to clear up a little confusion if anybody wonders about some of the stuff we do.
We normally try to come up with the most interesting thing we can for the audience to watch. If we have a video that's kind of boring, and we have a couple, 2 or 3 videos that are real neat, we put them up first. It's just the way it is. We want to give you the best thing to look at. They all go up eventually though.
He's almost done. We're gonna rake the carpets, and then
We'll show what they look like when they're ready.
yeah, because we got another job we gotta go do soon, so we need to get, we're not gonna bother videoing that because we can do it faster, but we'll show you the finished results here. And yeah, he's just about done. He may go over a few things, but basically that's it for this one.
Oh, it's
But
done.
keep watching for a couple more minutes because I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we rake everything. So stay tuned.